This week, President Trump proposed a US takeover of the Gaza Strip, put tariffs on China while postponing those on Mexico and Canada, and ban transgender athletes from women's sports.
God bless you, Mr. President.
This is straight out of the playbook from his first term, what his former advisor Steve Bannon calls...
I strongly believe in the flood the zone theory, which is just overwhelm the opposition. You pick all the different verticals you're going to, and you just drop the hammer. It's executive orders, executive action, all of this.
And so away from the press conferences, the real changes from this White House are happening behind the scenes. In particular, the work of Elon Musk, with concerns about his seemingly unfettered power inside the halls of government. Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, was created by executive order on Trump's first day in office, designed to modernize the government as well as cut costs. So far, Musk and his staff have embedded themselves at the Office of Personnel Management, the HR of the federal government, the General Services Administration, which manages government buildings, and USAID, the agency which distributes humanitarian aid. DOGE has also gained access to the databases at the Treasury and Health and Human Services, and President Trump has said that the Departments of Education and Defense are next on the list.
Who are you, sir?
Do you have business here?
Democratic politicians tried to enter the Department of Education yesterday ahead of any infiltration from the so-called Muscovites, but they were stopped by a security guard. With Democrats in the minority in Congress, it seems the courts are the best opposition. A federal judge has halted attempts to shut down USAID, while another has stopped DOGE from accessing the financial data of Americans in the Treasury Department. That came after Democratic attorneys filed a lawsuit against the White House.
President Trump does not have the power to give our private information away to whomever he wants. And he does not have the power to cut federal spending that Congress approved, much less to do so by giving the richest man in the world the keys to all Americans' most sensitive information.
The courts move slowly, and while critics say the unelected Musk is bypassing Congress entirely and acting unconstitutionally, it could take months for the wheels of justice to catch up with a fast-moving Musk. Just like with his takeover of Twitter, now X, Musk is unafraid to come in and clean out everything, bar the kitchen sink. And President Trump is happy to let him.
Mr. President, I wonder what you make of the criticism from Democrats that these staff reductions, the cuts that Elon Musk and DOGE are doing are an unlawful power grab. And is there anything you've told Elon Musk he cannot touch?
Well, we haven't discussed that much. I'll tell him to go here, go there. He does it. He's got a very capable group of people.
The big question for Democrats and those worried whether the Constitution is being broken is what happens if even the courts cannot stop Trump and Musk. The vice president has hinted in the past that Trump could simply defy judges' decisions.
Of course, the president has to be able to run the government as he thinks he should. That's the way the Constitution works. It has been thwarted too much by the way our bureaucracy has worked over the past 15 years.
The Constitution also says the president must abide by legitimate Supreme Court rulings, doesn't it?
The Constitution says that the Supreme Court can make rulings, but if the Supreme Court, and look, I hope that they would not do this, but if the Supreme Court said the President of the United States can't fire a general, that would be an illegitimate ruling.
With the president away for the weekend, Washington can take a brief breath before another week of headlines, well aware that the next press conference or signing might just be a distraction from the seismic shifts happening away from the cameras.